いいコンビだね。いろいろな状況にちゃんと対応できてるし、何よりパートナーと心が通じ合ってるよね。そういえば君たちダークミュウツーとバトルしたことがあるって聞いたけど、本当？ダークミュウツーって？噂の黒いポケモンのことよ。近頃はみんなそう呼んでるみたい。やっぱり強かった？どこか別の場所に連れて行かれてバトルするとか？うん、気づいたら見たこともない場所にいて綺麗なんだけど、なんだか怖い感じがしたな。へえ、私もちょっと見てみたいかも。でも最近ばったりと現れなくなったらしいんだよね。どうしたんだろう。それはそれで不気味だよね。ダークミュウツーだって？そんな呼ばれ方しているんだ。でも何かあったのかな、あのミュウツーと女の子。この前聞いたアースの力が弱まっている話といい、良くないことが起こらなければいいけど。
Alright, that little snippet was just something I missed during the time I was doing all those league matches. Now, due to a little bit of a mishap from here on, the rest of the parts, at least up until the end of the Chroma League, will be post-commentary. I do not have the, or my recording software's mic crapped out and it wasn't recording at all. Alright, so after finishing those leagues, I spent like maybe a good 40 minutes doing all those league matches because I had to keep doing it again and again. Like, I went through like 6 of those, or like 6 more of those before I could finally do the championship battle things. It's really annoying to have to do that, and it slows the pace down, especially when it comes to the story mode. Because like at this point, I'm not even sure if there really is what you could call a story mode. It's just, oh, you do this battle, 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 you repeat 3 to 4 more times, and then you do the tournament, you beat a promotion league, and then suddenly Shadow Mewtwo, and then back to the start again. It's really tedious after a while. And there's me just discovering a nice little tactic. Turns out, with some characters like Bryson, you can just hold back and mash A, and you'll just keep shooting off fire blasts and stuff. The enemy will never get close to you most of the time. At this point, I was just starting to get really tired of the game, so I just did whatever I could to make this easier on me. But on the bright side, you don't have to hear my controller clacking every few seconds. And turns out by spamming stuff, you get a bonus, but everything else aside from offense is horrible. I'm very thankful that the tournaments are just 3 fights. Those league ones are like 6 each, and yeah, I think the Red League was at 80 participants. That really didn't make me feel very happy. Yeah, there's so much missed potential that the live commentary had, but sadly that's not the case. After going through most of this game, I discovered that out of all the supports, I only really like 3 sets, and the set I'm using now is one of them. If anything, I think most of the support sets are kind of bad. I could just be using them wrong, but it just doesn't really work out so well. Thanks to Snivy respawning so quickly, like for a standard cheer set, it respawns pretty quick, allowing you to use him over and over again to disrupt your opponent. He may say he's offense, but he doesn't do anywhere near enough damage to warrant that rank. So I consider him a destructive type regardless of his rank, his symbol. I do eventually switch off the standard cheer, but it's useful and all, but the support cheer is a bit more handy, I suppose. Because if you win or lose, it always maxes out both Pokemon. Although for most sets, I tend to only like using one of the Pokemon, so like for the first fight, I'll just use one and then we'll switch to the other indefinitely once I do that. The standard's nice, but if you lose a fight, you're gonna end up maxing out Snivy on the Lapras set, which, to be quite frank, isn't really all that helpful. Lapras is just flat out hard for the AI to avoid, and it does a ton of damage, so it's your best friend. And how did I get a perfect? I could have sworn I got hit. Maybe I was just missing something. I wasn't really paying so much attention anymore. Something I noticed about each Pokemon is like once you reach at least level 25, you get a medal next to your character's name. I have one. Like as of now, I have one next to like at least three Pokemon. Blaziken doesn't have it because he's at level 22. That's how I actually noticed it. I think right about here I start spreading its other stats. And the defense one says it boosts your defense and decreases the amount of damage you take. So that just begs the question, is that bad translation, or does defense not do anything for your HP? Because if that's the case, it's just like, oh look, I have defense, let's increase it. Now what did that do? I don't know. But my damage I take is also decreased. So what does defense do? I'd assume it's the same thing and just a bad translation. Like grammatically it's correct, but meaning-wise it's a bit odd. Yeah, this fight was going nowhere for like the first 10-15 seconds. And right about here we start finally doing something. Like just shoot flamethrowers in the sky, fly in your broom and away from each other, then just ram it. And just fail a grab there. There's a lot of moves in this game that I don't think I ever really actually bothered to do. And it's mostly because the stupid AI always pulls off the most random crap and hits me out of them anyway. So, for story mode at least, the best strategy I can think of this is spam projectiles, rely on your counters. If the enemy's shielding, then try to grab them. If you're most times, at least on normal difficulties, you'll be able to grab them without any trouble. And you gotta be careful about those synergies too, because if the enemy activates a synergy, and you're in the middle of using your synergy attack, what that's going to do is it's going to cancel it out and it's not going to work. So you need to be careful not to waste it. And it's very easy to do when you're used to just spamming it right as soon as you activate it. Bryson does have a nice little tactic you can use for early game. All you have to do is just do that boomerang stick throw it forward, and then when they get pulled over, you just grab them. Like 80% of the time it should work. On higher difficulties, they will possibly get out of there though. And here I am as the champion of the Red League tournament. These names leave a lot to be desired personally, but achievement unlocked, so what can I say? The Red League Dominator. Hello there, William and Marcus. There's two Brixens. Two of them I'd never expect to see above, say, Garchomp, at least in canonical main series Pokemon games. And that's 3 million PG. Yeah, usually Garchomp would just destroy those, and I hate that support set. I regret even trying it. I can almost never hit anybody with Magneton. It's very situational when you use it. And this special one, I don't think fits my playstyle at all. I wouldn't really be able to do anything with that. That's yet another outfit I probably don't care about. Yeah, they've been busy doing something for it to be waiting that long. Alright. For what I thought would have been a simple ending, here the promotion test here was... I was rather, I was not expecting it to be Brixen. The top two in the tournament was Brixen, and then the promotion league leader is a Brixen user as well. That's... Yeah. I gotta say though, I do like the headset though. It reminds me of my old Dynabase headset. It's like 20 bucks on Amazon, I think. Might still be there. They do have a built-in mic, but it's kind of crappy. The quality for 20 bucks and it's nice. It's kind of a tough squeeze on your ear, though. I recommend like something like the Idea Technical. It's a bit more expensive, but they actually fit your ears better. I think right about here I've already switched the setup. With Cresselia and Reshiram, Cresselia is sort of like Snivy. It regenerates really fast. Support base and will get you back some HP. But most importantly, regenerates fast and you don't need to start with it. Reshiram takes way too long, and chances are the match won't last very long. This is one of the other three sets I like. Reshiram is pretty strong, so it's great. And one of the sets earlier, Draco Meteor with Dragonite and I think it was Victini? I don't remember. Draco Meteor's not all that great, so your best bet is Victini's V-Create. Because that V-Create thing with every move being a critical hit, it's pretty strong. And I suppose Dragonite could be useful if you use it in the right spot, but you won't do as much as Lapras or Reshiram. Funny thing was, like, I remember originally mocking her about, I was like, if you don't impress me and I don't have fun, then you will not pass. I think that's why I was spamming the Fire Blast. It was like, if you don't have fun, you won't let me pass? Okay, then Fire Blast over and over again. Are you having fun yet? Are you having fun yet? Oh man. It's just... yeah. Oh, not this set. I hated this set and I regretted ever putting it on. Farfetch does virtually nothing. And, oh wow, that's one of the sets that's just talking about earlier and didn't even show on the screen yet. But yeah, and as for Electrode, he has to be attacked in order to explode. He doesn't even do that much damage either. Yeah, here we are finally getting into the story. A little too late to be interested, in my opinion. It's taking way too freaking long. is like it took 3 tournaments in, and not only that, but Mewtwo's also freaking overpowered again. And as usual, I lost to him. On the other hand, when you lose this time, they actually let you retry. So here's like attempt number 4, and almost all of them ended like that. It's really, really annoying. I'm just glad that you can finally beat him up. Very satisfying, I might add. So, like the last few times, you only get 1 try against him, and Mewtwo starts with 1000 HP. I fail to see why the developers thought that was a good idea. The massive increase in HP just means that they're probably going to fail to kill him the first several times. It took me a while to figure out what that thing was. It's something that if you stand in, you can activate the synergy gauge, because it'll just quickly fill up your gauge. But for all the struggles I was having against this guy, just take a look. Notice that I haven't taken any damage yet. I spent a good 7 matches against him from the beginning of the game to now, just struggling against him, and then now suddenly I'm winning without getting hurt. Yeah, right about here where I figure out what this thing is. My gauge fills up like that. I forget if he blocks this. Yeah, he does. But yeah, this Mewtwo is so strong that even when you kill him, he still stays on his feet. See? I don't know how I got it perfect here, but I did. But Mewtwo didn't fall over like anyone else. He just stands there. I kind of wonder if you were to beat him in the first 2 fights, would this happen earlier? Because they don't let you lose here. You either win or you quit and start over later. Yeah, this is a nice somber piano piece. However, this makes me wonder, like, who did the writing for this game? Because after this, one just starts talking to the other who just stays unresponsive, then she starts talking, asking for things, like, are neither of them listening to each other? Yeah, it's right about here where she finally starts listening. Yeah, this is just sort of a weird story, and it takes way too long just to get to this point. If they're gonna do a story mode for a fighting game, they need to make it involve a lot less fights.